Imagine the following scene. You wake up with that uncomfortable pain in your lower abdomen, feel the urgent need to run to the bathroom, and when you urinate, that unbearable burning seems to scorch from the inside. This is the reality of those who live with urinary tract infection, a problem that, although it may seem simple to those who have never gone through it, can completely transform the routine of those who suffer from it. It is not just a matter of momentary pain. It is living in constant alert, afraid of when the next episode will arrive. And those who have faced it know well. Many times, treatment seems like a never-ending cycle. Antibiotics work at first, but then the infection comes back, more resistant and more uncomfortable. Teas and home remedies relieve for a few hours, but do not solve the problem in a lasting way. And in this back and forth, the body and mind become exhausted. Urinary health is shaken. The kidneys work under pressure, and even mood and energy in daily life suffer the consequences. What many people forget is that prevention can be far more effective than constantly putting out fires. And one of the most powerful forms of prevention lies in nutrition. It is no exaggeration to say that what you put on your plate can determine whether your body will be able to defend itself or become fertile ground for bacteria to multiply. Nature offers incredible resources that we often ignore. Simple, common fruits that may be in your fridge right now carry properties capable of acting as true protectors of the bladder and kidney. Some increase urine production and help eliminate microorganisms. Others contain substances that prevent bacteria from adhering to the walls of the urinary tract. Still others have anti-inflammatory effects, naturally reducing pain and inflammation. It is exactly this knowledge that we are going to explore now. Before diving deep into this topic, let me ask you something important. If you are not yet subscribed to the channel, subscribe now, because I want to reach the goal of 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. And leave a comment here. I want to get rid of urinary tract infection. I need at least 100 comments for YouTube to deliver this video to more people who also suffer from this problem. Now yes, let's talk about something serious. Urinary tract infection is not just a passing pain or simple discomfort. It is one of the most common infections in the world and affects millions of people every year. Those who have been through it know how disabling it can be. Intense burning, abdominal pain, constant urge to urinate, and that sensation that the bladder never empties completely. For many, this repeats several times a year, turning life into a true nightmare. And what makes it even more complicated is that when left untreated, or when it returns recurrently, urinary tract infection can reach the kidney, causing pyelonephritis, a much more serious condition that may even require hospitalization. Urinary health cannot be left in the background. Each crisis is a sign that something needs to change. And here comes a point many people don't realize. Diet has a direct impact on this condition. What you eat or fail to eat can either facilitate or hinder the action of bacteria in the urinary tract. Small daily choices, such as including certain fruits rich in antioxidants, fibers, and protective substances, can be decisive in avoiding painful episodes and keeping the kidney functioning healthily. That is why, before revealing which fruits really make a difference, it is essential to understand this scenario. Only then will you realize why prevention is much more effective than relying on medications and waiting for the next crisis to arrive. When we talk about urinary tract infections, many people think only of antibiotics or immediate treatments to relieve symptoms. But the truth is, there is a silent foundation that either strengthens or weakens our body every day. Nutrition. What you consume regularly can be a true shield against bacteria or, on the contrary, open the door for them to multiply and cause new crises. Urinary health depends directly on a few factors: proper hydration, balanced urine pH, efficient kidney function, and absence of inflammation in the urinary tract. And all these points are deeply influenced by the foods you eat. For example, some fruits are rich in water, helping to wash the urinary tract, increasing urine production, and making it harder for microorganisms to remain in the bladder. Others carry antioxidants and bioactive compounds that reduce inflammation and protect kidney cells. In addition, there are fruits capable of preventing bacteria like Escherichia coli, responsible for most urinary infections, from adhering to bladder wall. This means that instead of creating a favorable environment for infection, the body begins to act as a natural barrier. It's important to remember that treating symptoms when they appear is not enough. True transformation happens when prevention becomes part of everyday life. And this is exactly where the 3 fruits I will reveal come in. They are not just healthy options, they are powerful defense tools that can reduce the frequency of episodes, protect the kidneys, and restore the sense of security and peace so many people lose while living with recurring infection. So far, you have already realized how urinary tract infection is not just passing discomfort. It can become a real threat to kidney health and bring very serious consequences if there is no daily care. And the key to changing this scenario often does not lie in complicated or inaccessible solutions, but in simple choices made at each meal. This is where something comes in that few people truly know. There are specific fruits, studied by science, that act as natural medicine. They cleanse, protect, strengthen, and in some cases, achieve what many medications cannot: create a hostile environment for bacteria, preventing them from adhering and causing all that suffering you know so well. The most impressive thing is that these fruits are within our reach every day. They often go unnoticed on supermarket shelves, seen only as another option for dessert or snack, when in fact, they hide a power that can completely transform urinary and kidney health. And to make you even more alert, one of these fruits has such a special action that it works like an invisible protective layer inside the bladder, making it difficult for the most common bacteria, the dreaded E. coli, to settle. It's a natural mechanism that can mean the difference between being trapped in recurrent crises or finally achieving the peace of a healthy bladder. Let's start with the 3rd fruit in our ranking, and perhaps the most refreshing of all, watermelon. At first glance, many think it's just water with natural sugar, perfect for hot days. But behind this sweet flavor and juicy pulp lies a real treasure for urinary health. Watermelon is extremely rich in water, making it a powerful ally against urinary tract infection. The more natural water the body receives, the more it produces enough urine to wash the urinary tract. This gentle diuretic effect is essential to flush out bacteria before they have a chance to multiply and cause symptoms such as burning, pain, and urgency. Beyond hydration, watermelon contains lycopene and other antioxidants that reduce inflammation in the kidneys and bladder. This means that, in addition to helping eliminate bacteria, it also soothes irritated urinary mucosa and protects kidney cells against oxidative damage. In other words, it's not just about drinking water, but consuming a complete food that combines hydration, protection, and relief. Another important point is that, unlike artificial juices loaded with sugar, watermelon provides this effect in a light and natural way, without overloading the body. It's a food that can be included in breakfast or as a snack throughout the day, bringing freshness and direct care to the kidneys and bladder. That's why you shouldn't underestimate this fruit. Watermelon may seem simple, but when it comes to urinary health, it transforms into a true ally against urinary infection, helping you keep your body clean, protected, and functioning in harmony. The 2nd fruit on our list is purple grapes, one of the most powerful when it comes to urinary health. Despite being small, they concentrate incredible compounds that act directly in preventing urinary tract infection and protecting the kidneys. The main highlight of purple grapes is resveratrol, a high-impact antioxidant that fights inflammation and strengthens urinary tract cells. With less inflammation, bacteria have a much harder time settling in and causing pain, burning, and urgency. In addition, this compound supports kidney health by reducing oxidative stress that, over time, can impair kidney function. Another strong point of purple grapes is their natural diuretic effect. They stimulate urine production, helping to wash the urinary system and eliminate toxins and microorganisms more efficiently. This means that every time you include grapes in your diet, You are helping the body keep the bladder cleaner and less prone to new infections. In addition, the skin and seeds of purple grapes contain polyphenol, substances that strengthen immunity and improve blood circulation in the kidney, ensuring they receive oxygen and nutrients properly. This effect protects against injury and enhances the organ's efficiency in filtering blood. And the best part? Grapes are practical. They can be eaten fresh, in unsweetened juice, or even frozen as a refreshing snack. Easy to include in daily life, yet powerful in results. Therefore, purple grapes are not just a tasty fruit. They are a natural shield against urinary tract infection and an essential ally to keep the kidneys strong and fully functioning. Now, we've reached the #1 fruit on our list, and perhaps the most surprising for many people, lemon. Yes, that fruit that seems too simple, used daily to season salads or prepare juices, is in fact one of the most powerful natural weapons against urinary tract infection and a true protector of the kidneys. The great secret of lemon lies in its high concentration of vitamin C. This nutrient not only strengthens the immune system, helping the body fight bacteria more effectively, but also has a direct effect on urine. Vitamin C slightly acidifies the urinary environment, creating unfavorable conditions for the proliferation of bacteria such as E. coli, the main cause of recurrent urinary tract infections. But the benefits don't stop there. Lemon is highly diuretic. This means it stimulates urine production, promoting a real internal cleansing that helps eliminate toxins and microorganisms before they cause inflammation and pain. The more the body maintains this cleansing flow, the lower the chances of recurrence. Another important point is its alkalinizing effect on the body. It may sound contradictory since lemon tastes acidic, but once metabolized, it helps balance blood pH, which reduces inflammation and protects kidneys from overload. This is essential for those who suffer from frequent infection or have a history of kidney stone. Practicality is also a strong point. Just add a few drops of lemon to water throughout the day or prepare natural juice without sugar so that its bioactive compounds begin to work. Small gestures, big results. That's why lemon takes first place on our list. It is cheap, accessible, versatile, and above all, effective. A simple fruit, yet capable of transforming urinary health and providing much more protection to your kidneys. Now that you know the 3 most powerful fruits to protect the kidneys and prevent urinary tract infection, it's important to recap their roles, because together they form a true natural arsenal against this problem so many people face. We started with watermelon, which stood out as a rich source of water and antioxidants. It acts as a natural washer of the urinary system, increasing urine production and helping to eliminate microorganisms before they settle. In addition, its compounds reduce bladder inflammation, bringing relief to those who feel burning and discomfort. Next, we saw the power of purple grapes, small in size but giant in benefits. Their resveratrol and other polyphenols fight inflammation, strengthen urinary tract cells, and protect the kidneys against oxidative stress. Plus, their natural diuretic effect enhances urinary tract cleansing, making the environment far less favorable for bacterial proliferation. And in first place, we had lemon, the simplest yet most surprising fruit on this list. It not only boosts immunity with its high dose of vitamin C, but also modifies the urinary environment, making it harder for bacteria like E. coli to survive. Its diuretic and alkalinizing effect completes the protection, helping both to prevent episodes and to keep kidneys fully functional. In short, these 3 fruits work on different fronts. Watermelon hydrates and cleanses. Purple grapes protect and fight inflammation. Lemon strengthens and builds barriers against bacteria. 3 simple, accessible, and powerful allies that can transform your urinary health if consistently included in your routine. The fruits you just learned about are powerful tools to strengthen the kidneys and keep the bladder healthy, but they work even better when combined with some extra care that makes all the difference in preventing urinary infections. The first is hydration. Drinking enough water throughout the day is essential to dilute urine and make it easier to eliminate bacteria. Many infection crises could be avoided simply with the habit of maintaining good fluid intake. Think of water as a cleaner that helps the body get rid of impurity. Another fundamental point is overall dietary care. Avoiding excess sugar, fried foods, and ultra-processed foods is crucial because they inflame the body and weaken natural defenses. The more balanced the diet, the less chance bacteria will find fertile ground to multiply. It's also important to pay attention to small, everyday habits that may seem harmless but encourage infection. Holding urine for too long, for example, increases the risk since bacteria stay in contact with the bladder longer. The same goes for very tight underwear or fabrics that don't let the skin breathe, creating heat and moisture. Perfect conditions for microorganisms to thrive. Another essential tip is to care for immunity. A strong immune system reacts faster and more effectively against infections. For this, besides fruits, it's worth investing in a routine that includes quality sleep, light physical activity, and stress management. When all these practices add up, prevention becomes much more efficient. It's not about one isolated measure, but about a set of conscious choices that, day after day, provide freedom and peace for those who live with the constant threat of urinary infection. As we reach the end of this video, one certainty remains: taking care of urinary health doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. Small choices, like including simple, accessible fruits in your daily life, can be decisive in warding off urinary infection and protecting the kidney. Watermelon, grapes, and lemon have shown that nature offers incredible solutions, capable of hydrating, cleansing, reducing inflammation, and even creating a barrier against the most common bacteria. These changes may seem small, but their impact is huge. Think about what it would be like to live without that unbearable burning when urinating, without lower abdominal pain, and without the constant fear of the next crisis. The relief, confidence, and peace you can achieve begin with simple and consistent steps. And now, I really want to know, from you, which of these fruits do you already consume frequently? Write it in the comments, because your answer may help other people who are also looking for natural alternatives to get rid of this problem. Let's reach at least 100 comments so this video reaches those who need this information the most. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. This helps a lot in continuing to bring serious, useful, and practical information for your health. Here, you will always find tips that really make a difference without rambling and based on what truly works. So, take care of your body, take care of your urinary health, and remember, when your kidneys and bladder are strong, your whole body thanks you.